The Maricopa County Medical Examiner's Office, a place where ethics and integrity are paramount among the highly skilled county employees who ultimately are charged with speaking for the dead.
But what's really going on inside the office where your tax dollars pay their salaries?
This is where justice begins. The Maricopa County Medical Examiner's Office, where families get answers about how their loved ones died. And in criminal cases, the work here is used to prosecute and send killers to prison. The trusted employees here are supposed to make sure that evidence isn't tainted. But what happens when the employees handling the evidence are potentially tainted themselves?
Anything that is messed up within that department will put everything in chaos.
Here's Team 12 investigator Wendy Halloran with her exclusive investigation, Secrets and Lies.
That's Norm Wade, the former lab director and chief toxicologist. He's also a convicted felon.
No, I'm sorry. No comment. I committed a crime, and I was convicted of it.
Never disclosing his felony conviction on his application. Fields Mosley is a communications director for Maricopa County.
I don't want to make any excuses for Norman Wade in that situation, and lying on an application is absolutely grounds for termination.
Jared Michael Sanders.
And that's Jared Michael Sanders, the former autopsy supervisor. Arrested twice for DUI. The third time, he was 3 times the legal limit. Made suicidal statements and was hospitalized for a suicide evaluation.
And there was never any evidence found that he was intoxicated on the job.
His former boss went to bat for him anyway.
My name is Dr. Mark Fishoni.
He's a former chief medical examiner.
I just wanted to assure you that he still has a job waiting for him with me in Yavapai County.
Telling the judge he had a job for him after he gets out of prison. This whistleblower asked us to protect his identity.
And it should call into question every case that was ever worked on by Norman Wade and by Mike Sanders. Anything that they came in contact with, in my opinion, is soiled.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Karen Farmer is the former supervisor of the death investigators. She was fired in December for a laundry list of alleged policy violations, including dishonesty, neglect of duty, disappearing from the office for hours, sleeping on the job, and calling into the office while intoxicated. And then there's her late-night meetings with a Phoenix police detective.
I was just wondering if you'd care to comment about your conduct with Detective Higgins.
With Detective Higgins?
Farmer seems surprised to hear the name of Phoenix Police Detective Mike Higgins. But that's her letting him into the office in the middle of the night, which she wasn't supposed to. And that happened over and over again, night after night. Allowing him into the secured facility multiple times without having him sign in as a visitor. A violation of security protocol designed to secure evidence in the facility. And then there were her emails to him. Of all the days to wear a skirt and bright yellow heels, she writes, went to Circle K on my way back. They asked where we've been. LOL. The detective asks, are you allowed to let me in? LOL. She wasn't, but there she is letting him in. We don't know where she is now, and her bosses had no idea where she was for several hours. But that's her coming back from somewhere at almost 5 in the morning. And that's not all. Farmer admitted she took the detective, her personal friend, into the chief investigator's office without authorization, where they were alone together.
What would 2 people be doing in a room by themselves like that?
I couldn't say what they were doing.
But Farmer said her firing had nothing to do with her meetings with Detective Higgins.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with anything of that sort.
Nothing of that sort?
No, this is the first I'm hearing of that.
And clammed up when I continued to press for answers.
You didn't engage in inappropriate behavior with the detective?
It breaks my heart to see these people that have lost loved ones entrust the medical examiner's office to do an accurate investigation.
County officials concede there are no surveillance cameras in the hallway or in that office, and therefore were unable to determine what Farmer and Higgins were doing. An internal affairs investigation by Phoenix Police into Detective Higgins' conduct in this case concluded and determined he didn't violate any police policies. So who's in charge? Dave Boyer. He retired after I started asking questions about their troubled pasts, but the county spokesman said it had nothing to do with this report whatsoever. A new administrative director has been placed over the agency. Wendy Halloran, 12 News at 10.
And you can see an extended coverage of Wendy's investigation on our website, 12news.com.